Because the counselor is getting off their butts and they are actually going and doing some live video shoots. Real Talk took the initiative to find out suppliers of wheat in the world that National Flour Mill could go to. So now Romano is saying the company is not going to raise any price in the near future. Why? Why? Is it because the S-boss and they realize now that, hey, it is in the public domain that we could go right Mexico and buy flour and wheat? We could go right China and buy wheat? I am about change. And thus far, Real Talk is very effective in Trinidad and Tobago, coming towards making changes for the citizens. Public Utility Minister Marvin Gonzalez have urged the population to appreciate and be grateful for the availability of the utilities. This, as Gonzalez recalled, time in his life when he had to fetch water using a bucket from a nearby river. Gonzalez, I want you to understand something. I want you, Mr. Gonzalez, to understand something. You are being paid thousands of dollars by public utility, by the finance ministry, to govern WASA. Come on. To govern WASA, I want you to understand that you ain't going in no office for no free code. You are being paid. Do not tell me that I, Saeed, have to be grateful for the water I get it. Let me tell you something, Gonzalez. Every 4 months, I have to pay $400 and I get water once a bloody month. So don't come on a media briefing and say, Saeed, you have to be contented. You have to be happy. Marvin, the next best thing for you to do is to resign and get the hell out of here. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Real Talk with Saieed Ali. I am your host, Saeed. We do want to thank you for joining us tonight, viewers. Remember, we are live on Synergy Network Monday to Friday from 7 to 8 p.m. with a rerun the next day from 11:30 a.m. to 12:30 p.m. So, viewers, it's a pleasure being here on Synergy Network. It's a pleasure coming to you in your living room, on your tablet, in your bedroom. It's my pleasure. So, Trinidad and Tobago, remember, Real Talk Group of Company is offering you 4% on fixed deposit, viewers. Remember that you can't get 4% nowhere else other than Real Talk. Now that I have said that, remember, I am telling you, time after time, that things are getting very hard in Trinidad. And you're going to need extra cash to bail you out. Yes, extra cash to bail you out. So our phone numbers will be on screen shortly, viewers. Write down these numbers. Save it on your phone. Take a screenshot. You can contact me at 339-1670, 242-7690, 238-6716, or 267-7325. Our business office, hours of opening, 8 a.m., 8:30 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. Our central office are located at number 14 Carolina Savannah Road in Shogunas. Our south office are located at 132 Sipero Road, Victoria, in San Fernando. Also, we're also asking you to be a member of the Real Talk Credit Union Information. Remember, 4% in Trinidad and Tobago on fixed deposit, you're not getting that anywhere. You go to any financial institution in Trinidad and Tobago and you will not get it. You will not get it. So viewers, we are the best. Like I say, we are leaders, we are not followers. You are getting the highest interest rate being paid to you on your hard-earned cash. So viewers, remember, like I said, Real Talk Finance and Investment, we are expanding in Guyana. So our very office, our company that we set up here in Trinidad and Tobago for the last 5 years, we are opening a branch in Guyana. Yes, Real Talk Finance and Investment Company will have its branch in Guyana. We are going up the Caribbean. Up the Caribbean. Like I said, I'm not a follower, I'm a leader. I'm a leader. And with the grace of God, I will continue leading. And Real Talk with Saieed Ali will continue being the #1 current affairs program in Trinidad and Tobago. So we up the Caribbean. We up the Caribbean. Since November, since the beginning of October, as a matter of fact, I've been to Guyana back and forth every week. Every week. Every single week. Meeting business people. Getting documents that is required. Going to the BIR office, going to the magistrate court, going to police, going to various people in Guyana to get my documents, going to finance also that I need. But nevertheless, we have almost everything to start opening our doors in Guyana. Almost, let's say about 95% of the paperwork that I need, I have it. I have it. So, nevertheless, that. You all heard about the 2.4 million payout to Venezuelan migrants for inhumane, degrading detention. You heard about that? So listen to this. More than 24 Venezuelan migrants who entered Trinidad and Tobago illegally and were arrested in July of 2020 will receive a total of $2.4 million in compensation for their illegal detention at 2 police stations in Southwestern Police District. Last week, orders could be the first award to illegal migrants locally. The judge order came after the state concerned in its legal challenges and judgment was entered against the Attorney General. Before this took place, the group was released on August 17, 2020 and put on supervised order by the Immigration Division. Gobin was tasked to assist or to assess compensation for 3 cases, and the parties agreed that the award made on those will be adopted to the remaining cases. In total, at least 16 minors would benefit from Gobin's assessment and receive $1,760,000 in damages, while at least 13 adults would receive $650,000. In her ruling, Gobin advocated the need for clarity and the enforcement of immigration laws to assist police and immigration officers. According to the evidence, the group were arrested at Red Brick Trace in Oropouche in the early hours of the morning of July 26, 2020. They were released on July 31, 2020 after they were interviewed by immigration officials. What is this telling us? 2386716. What is this telling us, Trinidad and Tobago? You could enter into Trinidad and Tobago illegally. Listen to me carefully. You could enter into Trinidad and Tobago illegally. When police holds you, hand you over to immigration officers bound you, your attorney will come, and now, a court matter is going to go before the court for inhumane treatment. You here illegally, what the hell? How come no? Where's the Foreign Affairs Minister? Where's our Attorney General? Where's the Minister of National Security? Where's the head of the Security Council for Trinidad and Tobago? A judge ordered that an illegal immigrant collect this type of money. So it's okay now. People from all over the world. Hey, you want to make money? To the world at large that is listening. You all want to make money? Enter Trinidad and Tobago without a visa. Enter Trinidad and Tobago without an invitation letter. Enter Trinidad and Tobago without a passport. And give up yourself. Give up your damn self. And you will get money that a damn judge in Trinidad and Tobago will award you. I don't care about the judge now, you know. To be honest with you, I don't give a damn about the judge now. You know why? You're here illegally. We're talking about inhumane. What about the prison system that we have here? How come nobody from the prison? Their lawyers and file something like this, that they were held in an inhumane condition. I know how the prisoners look. In a 10 by 10 cell with 20 men in it, you have a pigtail bucket in a corner. But let's feel a joke or what? Or let's feel a joke or what? Illegal immigrants now is being awarded by the judges we have in Trinidad here. Where are we going? Where are we going? So when immigration officers now and police officers now see illegal immigrants now, you know what we have to do? We have to leave them alone because they have more rights than the bloody hell Trinidadian and Tobagonians in our country. Oh, side, you're talking nonsense. Really? Almost $2.5 million have to pay out to illegal immigrants. Are you talking nonsense? This will make news tomorrow in Trinidad and Tobago. This is going to make news tomorrow in Trinidad and Tobago. So this message now that I'm sending, I want the Minister of National Security to understand. I want the Minister of the Security Council to understand. I want the Minister of Foreign Affairs to understand. I want the Attorney General for Trinidad and Tobago to understand. The judges in Trinidad and Tobago is going to award illegal immigrants. Let me tell you something. If I was the Venezuelan national living in Trinidad here illegally, if I was the people from Jamaica and Guyana and St. Kitts, let me tell you something. It doesn't matter what country you're from. Let police hold you. Let police hold you. Let them hand you over to immigration national officers and let the immigration officers now carry you now to a detention center where they held illegal immigrants. You get in touch with a lawyer and the lawyer will say it's an inhumane condition and the judge is going to award you a lump sum of money. That is where we reach in Trinidad and Tobago. So to this judge, have you ever been to the prison system in Trinidad and Tobago? Have you ever been to a holding cell in any one of the Trinidad and Tobago police station in Trinidad? $2.5 million of tax-paying citizen money is going to illegal immigrants that entered into our country without proper documentation. Well, watch me now. Well done. We couldn't get it better than this. We can't. Well done. You're illegal, you know. Hey, let me tell you something. By the end of next month, Maduro should tell all the Venezuelan national in Trinidad, Venezuela, all you come Trinidad and let police hold all you. And when the case done, all you coming back to our country with money. A set of imps we have here. A set of donkey brains people. You feel like you're about the magistrate? Boy, you're making joke, boy. You really had to be foolish. All you had to be clowns. All you had to be the biggest donkey head who's sitting down in a high position. 1 year now. 1 year now. And them done their money already. In Trinidad and Tobago, have lawsuits going on for years. And donkey effing years. And the magistrate can't make a decision. They can't make a decision, but they may have this and they may have that, and you have to postpone the case because my mother gets sick, and then my son gets knocked down, and then somebody from so call me, and I can't come to court by less than a year. Illegal immigrants getting money. Saieed, don't say nothing, man, to hell with them. Imagine people who commit murder, them getting an attorney, and they're coming out of prison. The magistrate didn't even ask, how did you enter Trinidad and Tobago? Well, ma'am, I came in illegal, and you still collecting award money? After this, whoever that judge is, let me tell you something. All should pack up and leave Trinidad. All should get a job in Venezuela now. Or all should buy a boat and go down to Venezuela and load up all them Venezuelans and them who do have a Trinidad passport, bring them to Trinidad illegally. They quite telling all instead of all fix Trinidad, all empty in Trinidad. All disgrace in Trinidad. We done down the ladder already with the ministers. I'm not running it. Oh God, being in the justice system. All lift we up a little bit now. This magistrate just give authorizations for illegal immigrants to come in Trinidad and Tobago to let police hold them, hand them over to immigration officers, carry them in a bullpen and lock them up, and then let them get in touch with a lawyer. Go to the magistrate and I will give you free money. The Duncy head. Duncy head. Inhumane condition. So magistrates, here what I want all to do. You see, all I take all that car, all I take all that drivers in all that big time vehicle, and all that drive around Trinidad, and all I will see the inhumane condition some of the people in Trinidad live in. And you know what they're living on? They're living on a day-to-day salary. So much of Trinidadians get locked up in prison. I could tell you how a prison cell is, you know. I tore through the prisons in Trinidad, you know. When they get locked up in a police station, it's a white bucket in a corner. You tell yourself they're taking you out from that station to carry you to the toilet and tell them, no, you will do it right in the bucket in a 10 by 10. You know why? You commit a crime, put in a 10 by 10, you don't deserve a proper toilet. You do your thing on a bucket right there. But these illegal immigrants and them come in. You know what they get caught? You know what they get an award for? For coming in Trinidad and Tobago. This making headline news tomorrow morning. Call a good night. Hello. Hello? You stick you got to click one time. So Trinidad and Tobago, what all you think now? When all you go to the US and they hold all you, or any country all you go in, all you want to make a little money? All you want to make US? All you want to make pounds? Go in the US, let them hold all you. Let them immigration officers carry all of before a magistrate. And here what I'm going to tell you. How did you enter our country? Well, we are here illegally. Boom, sure. Stamp your passport and post your back. You know why I get on like this? You're coming illegal. You have been awarded Trinidad and Tobago dollars for entering our country illegal. Where are the lawyers? Where are the lawyers in Trinidad and Tobago? Where's the Attorney General? How come the Attorney General ain't talking out on this? Your mouth zip? Crazy glue? Come now, man. Call a good night.
Good night, and let me apologize. This TSTT phone at B-Mobile, so if it's giving trouble, it's not me.
No problem.
Let me tell you about the Poya man, the former Attorney General. He had all the list of all of them. All the people coming in, all the gangs. He's not passing it on. But you know, I want to talk about the leadership style of the leader of Trinidad and Tobago. When I went to school tertiary education, I know about participation. I knew about authorization. I knew about delegation. But the Prime Minister saying today, if crime talk is to proceed, it is in the hands of the opposition. So I can't understand what kind of leadership style that is. He wants to jump out of it. He has to take the bull by the horn and move forward with it. And you know what kind of leadership style that is? I'm going to coin a term for it, back leadership style. The other thing I want to talk about the police. There's a phenomena in the TTPS and a lot of people have seen it. No police post now is safe. Police stations, police booth, because they're getting killed in front of them and the police not responded. The second thing is, when the police have somebody in custody. You know what happened? Those persons getting away. They're running away for when they in court. The other day they had the braces that the fella for the traffic here run away. They had seen somewhere in San Fernando, they had a fella in the back of a police jeep, he run away. So that tells me the management and the leadership style no longer exists in the TTPS, and they are basically have collapsed. And we have to pin that on the president, the former president. We have to pin that on Bliss, and we have to pin that on the leadership of the true vaccine variant with his leadership style that I've called back. I'm going to say nothing again. Bye.
Thank you, my friend. So if you are just a little heads up, the Trinidad and Tobago Electricity Commission, that is TNTEC, have stated that the Trinidad Generation Unlimited, the TGU, has scheduled a total planned shutdown from from Saturday, November 25th to Sunday, November 26, 2023. This shutdown is to facilitate critical upgrade and work and is expected to take place during the hours of 10 p.m. Saturday to 9 a.m. Sunday. TNTEC said the two other IPPS, PowerGen and Contour Global Trinity Power, have and will make available the required capacity to satisfy the expected load demand of the country during those hours. So viewers, we are going to have a total shutdown. That's the bulletin. We're going to have a total shutdown of power from TNTEC. What you need to do is to just have your little backup generators in place in case of these two companies that they cannot supply the amount of voltage Trinidad needs. Have your little generator backup. You know, get your power supply, your candles, your batteries, whatever it is you need. Before this happened, this is going to take place from Saturday, November 25th to Sunday, November 26, 2023. So just a bulletin, viewers. Get your stuff in a gear. Your batteries, your candles, your match, your lighters, your extension cord, your generator, whatever it is you need. The whole of Trinidad is going to experience this. So let's just hope that PowerGen and the other company has enough power supply to facilitate us for what is going to take place. Trinidad and Tobago, we have a call. Caller, good night.
Good night, Saieed.
Go right ahead. What do you think about the Venezuelan illegal entrant in Trinidad and Tobago getting an award of $2.5 million?
Boy, they should fire the judge and fire all of them who, decide to do these things, because these people is illegal in the country already.
Correct. It's 2.4 million.
Yeah.
Just imagine, 13 adults would receive $650,000 each.
So why they get Trinidadians that? I find the Trinidadians and them deserve it, because people work through COVID.
Correct, correct.
And nobody didn't give us anything. We was quarantined for $200,000 and we spent 14 days and come out. And what happened after that? Not a cent.
16 minors would benefit from $1,760,000. Them come in the country illegal. Illegal, them in Trinidad and Tobago. So there's a reward now for entering Trinidad and Tobago illegal. Illegal, imagine that. If I take a boat from Trinidad and Tobago and go down Venezuela illegal, I wonder what will happen to me. Trinidad and Tobago, I am asking, what would happen to Saieed? If I go down Venezuela, illegal. If I go Guyana, illegal, what's going to happen to me? This judge should resign and go home. That's the biggest mistake you make. I don't care how many years you're serving as a judge or a magistrate or what. You just sent a signal to illegal immigrants who don't have no documents to enter Trinidad. Let police hold you, immigration put you in a holding bay, you take a lawyer, you go before the magistrate in humane condition, and boom, shot, money in your pocket. You're going back in your country now, and you're happy. You're going to open a business in your country now. You're happy. Call her good night.
Saeed, pleasant good night.
What do you think about that, my dear?
Saeed, I tell you, this country is a Mickey Mouse country. 4% they offer in civil servants.
Correct.
4% they offer the police service. 4% for the army, for the coast guard. Up to now, nobody can get a cent because Imbert say he ordered them to start paying.
Correct.
And the PS say it have
No money.
Saeed, that kind of money and civil servants can't get the money. Where Rowley?
Darling.
Where Imbert?
Here it is.
Where Stuart Young? Where all of them? Eh?
Correct.
They're seeing what's going on. Everybody just doing their own thing in this country. Everybody, you know, Saeed.
Correct.
People can't get money. Look at a shutdown of electricity in 2023. We have to go through that for them to improve whatever the hell they have to improve. People, so the little food you have now to last you till next week, because you know they don't pay. Nobody ain't getting no money till the 28th, 29th. So
Correct,
the little
correct.
food you have in your fridge, what you have to do, cook it out and put it where? Put it where it would last.
Do like long time.
So how
Fry
we
it and
eat
cover it down.
We have to go and get an ice box to put the food in, to store it for the children and them to eat. My God, Saeed, I tell you here, this place is like a dance hall. It's a complete dance hall. You dance to the music or you sit down.
Correct.
One out of the two. It's a burning shame. That whole judiciary, them lawyers making the money, Saeed.
Correct.
Right? They're making the money. Them are suffering, you know. They're not suffering, so they could do what their mind tell them to do and order these illegal people, because we can't go away illegally and get that kind of money in our pocket.
No, we get jail and post back.
Thank you very much.
We get passport stamp. So I wonder now if this is because of our goodwill done to the Venezuelans and them, because of the fact that the dragon field gas is taking place between Trinidad and Venezuela. Do you think there's a good deed done? Or let don't charge with citizens now, or let give them a little reward now, let them come back home. Really? $2.4 million have just been wasted. Wasted! Call her good night.
Night, Mr. Saeed. Great program as usual.
Thank you, my friend.
What you presented here tonight, you are bashing nobody, and if you did it, you have all rights to do it. I don't know if you remember, the citizens of this country remember, several years ago, 6 persons were held in Venezuela. They said they were terrorists, they're from Trinidad. They were going to somewhere in the Middle East to fight and so on. They treated them like dogs. They had them in cells with water and all this kind of thing. I don't know if the magistrate remember that. He forget. So I hope this matter will be, they will appeal this matter, I hope the state will appeal this matter. This can't be right in this country. The right thing is practiced as the wrong thing in this country, and the wrong thing is practiced as the right thing. under this administration. Look at the roads in the country, right? Look at property tax and all of this kind. You spending some more money to maintain your house. When you buy a piece of land, you're spending government tax, stamp duty, or kind of, and now you have to pay property tax. The right thing is the wrong thing, and I hope law-abiding citizens and will take this matter up. You know, this cannot go on in this country. This is wrong. Mr. Said, you keep up the great work. You're bashing nobody. Keep bringing the information to the citizens of this country. God bless you, Said.
Thank you, my friend. So, viewers, before I go to police commissioner earlier, concerning property tax, all I listen to this, remember last week when I busted on television about the property tax? Minister of Finance, I tell you, I just get to them, I just get under the skin, you know. All I feel is joke. When I like my life, it ain't nothing stopping me, you know. You know why they say that? Because here we go on it. Fire is burn iron, you know. Fire burning anything, you know. So here it is. All I ever hear about that 10% deduction in tax? No, I never hear that. I tell you when I go into them, I go in like a roaring lion, you know. I go for information, you know. And when I go for information, it's information I just get. So here it is. Minister of Finance Column would have stated that he has taken note of a misunderstanding regarding the meaning and effects of the notice of valuation which are being posted out to residential property owners. In a statement, Imbert said, although these notices of valuation do not refer to property tax and are not issued by the Board of Inland Revenue, it is being mistakenly promoted by mischief makers that the annual rental value is equal to property tax that owners will have to pay. Column, we understand it's 3%. But the thing is, you are trying to confuse the citizens of Trinidad and Tobago now. You are trying to confuse the citizens of Trinidad and Tobago now. On train with the bulletin. This was a document sent out from the ministry. From the ministry. I just cleared it up for you now. He said the value is not the same. So this, zoom up, the third one, the price structure. This was a document now that I posted last week. This was a document. The figures. Right. Remember the figures there? That was 2,200. That's it, right? 2,238. Output. Remember those when I was telling you all, somebody got an annual rental value 22,338. Imbert now trying to say now that valuation is not the correct valuation now. So what is the correct valuation? Yeah. What is the correct valuation? Hey, watchman, Trinidad and Tobago, come back to me, director. They sent that document to me, right? They sent that document to me, $22,388. After the people and them did the assessment, they got that document stating this is the money that they will have to pay. The property, that is the annual rental value. It's the annual rental value of the property. Now, Imbert said, noted, although these notices of valuation do not refer to property tax and are not issued by the Board of Inland Revenue, it has been mistakenly promoted by mischief makers that the annual rental value is equal to property tax that owners will have to pay. Tell me now, citizen. Tell me now. I want to know more bacchanal? Hold on. We understand that you have to pay 3% of your annual rental value. We understand that. But you trying to tell me now that the annual rental value that all you send out ain't come from BIR? Board of Inland Revenue? Where did it came from? Where did it came from? Come on in, board. Let me tell you something, Trinidad and Tobago. I will get down to the bottom of the foolishness what I have going on here. You see, I started last week. All I want to hear for more information. Hold on. Hold on. He added that Property Tax Act makes it clear that property is only 3%. And I tell all of that. I tell all of that. But this is what gets interesting. The annual rental value, you're paying 3%, right? After the deduction of 10%, hold on, after the deduction of 10% from the annual rental value, it is not the same amount as the rental value. Did you all know that 10% coming out first before you get paid, before you pay 3%? Well, let's say something now. Well, let's say something. There's a 10% coming out and then you pay your 3%. You see, when you hear I like something, what is how information has come out? Call her good night.
Night, Saieed.
Go right ahead.
Saieed, I want to give some figures. Here's some figures.
Talk to me.
Right.
Here's
Every one of the ministers, you remember they offer PSA, public servants, 4%. Just 4%.
Mm-hmm.
Here up there. Every one of those ministers purchased vehicles over these 2 years.
Mm-hmm.
For which they got exemptions.
Correct.
Over $1 million.
Correct.
Man like Faris was he get about $2 million in exemption because in the first 5 years.
Look at that, yes.
He had $1 million in exemption.
Mm-hmm.
Let me just take a smaller figure, $1 million. When a minister get an exemption over this 10-year period, 10-year period is 120 months. Over 120 months, he get $1 million in exemption.
Again.
$1 million divided by 120 is $8,300.
Mm-hmm.
In other words, each minister who get $1 million in exemption over 10 years got a $8,300 increase in his salary because that is what is paid for him by the government.
Correct, yes.
So each minister got an increase of $8,300 per month.
Per month.
On a minister's salary of basic $40,000 a month.
Mm-hmm.
That is the equivalent of 20%.
Correct.
So each minister over this 10-year period would have had a 20% increase
Correct.
in salary. 20%.
Yes.
While they are giving public servants
4%.
And in addition to that now, there's an increase in their pension.
Correct. Well said.
The Prime Minister's pension
Prime Minister made sure, yes.
From 60,000 to 80,000.
Yes.
That's another 25%.
Mm-hmm.
And they are offering public servants 4%. I hope
Take it or leave it.
Calculate and listen to these figures. Thank you, Saieed.
Thank you, my friend. So, did you know that there was a 10% and then you're getting 3%? Did you all know that? No. Welcome to Real Talk with Saieed Ali. I am your host of the #1 current affairs program in Trinidad and Tobago. Well, let's say something now. All those who will be bashing. Well, let's say something. Say. Well, let's say something. Let's say a bashing. Who's sending this annual rental value? If it ain't coming from the Board of Inland Revenue, where it coming from? Call me, but come out and tell the people something now, man. Hey, doodly 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 doo doo doo. Let's talk to me, man. Let's talk to me. All if you like come here by guess. $2.4 million for illegally entering Trinidad and Tobago. Because you have a bucket to go and do your thing in. Oh, inhumane condition. Boom shot, $2.4 million being awarded. Let's say something now. Say something now. We Trinidad catching me nene right here while judges are warning individuals who enter in our country illegally. Illegally. Let me tell you something. You see what them do there? Them send a message to Venezuelan. Tomorrow, press in Venezuela should be the headline. You want to make money? Enter Trinidad illegally. And give a little description. Give up yourself to the police. Let immigration take you over. Hand you to a holding bay. You do your numbers in a bucket. And then get a lawyer in humane condition. And you're going back to Venezuela with some hundreds of thousands of TT. Let me tell you something. We down in Trinidad here, we used to say, there's a saying that floating around in Trinidad and Tobago. Not my saying it, but they say Guyana is stupid. We little more dotish than them. We little more stupid than them. I do business in Guyana right now. Right now, Real Talk is setting up Real Talk Finance and Investment in Guyana. You think they could try to stop me there? They can't stop me in Trinidad, they can stop me there. But I show you how we clown is. We some clowns in Trinidad. We more, let me tell you something. We're the most dotish set of people in the Caribbean. Look what's taking place. Look what's taking place. Illegal immigrants coming in and taking we money and going back home. We are the most daunting set of people on the face of the earth. Caller, good night.
Hey, good night, Saeed.
Go right ahead, my friend. You're live.
Yeah. Just climb up with those figures you're talking about there. That 10% you're talking about. Because I'm a little confused about the 10%.
Let me explain it to you. Firstly, Embert said in a statement, all of these notice of valuation do not refer to property tax. What does it refer to then? Notice of valuation is what? Let's start with. He added that Property Tax Act makes it clear that property tax is only 3% of the annual rental value for residential properties. We understand that. After first deducting 10% from the annual rental value, he's saying now it is not the same amount of the annual rental value. So what I want to find out now from Embert, how much you all are really deducting? 10% or 3%? Caller, you understand? I hope you understand. Because as of this document, Trinidad and Tobago, Embert is saying 3%. And then you're saying now you're deducting 10%. So which is it? Is it 3% you're deducting from the annual rental value, or is it 3% you're deducting from the annual rental value? Which is it? Goes on further to say that these documents didn't come from Board of Inland Revenue. So who is actually sending these documents? Who is actually sending these documents? Valuation report, who is sending it? Caller, good night. Hello. Take care, got to click one time. So now viewers, Embert also stated that following a notice of valuation, the Board of Inland Revenue will soon notice will soon issue notice of property tax. What about the document I got? If the Board of Inland Revenue did not send this document, who sent it? Who sent it? Who sent it? This is what I want to know. Who sent it? Now we are in a maze now because, come back to me. We are in a maze now because 1 minute in Bird Ballin, it is 3% of the annual rental value for residential properties after the first deduction of 10% from the annual rental value. 3% or 10%. And but want to say mischief making, and but clear the air, believe me, and come damn good to clear the air. Come damn good. Because you know about money, and I know about money. So come damn good to clear the damn air. For us, the citizens of Trinidad and Tobago, who have to pay now property tax now, come January 2024. That is always tell Allah, you know, all I feel is a stupid man, all I deal with it. All I feel is a man, all I could just come out and say something and I go back down. You have no idea. You have no proper idea of who Saieed Ali is. So now in birth now, who calling Saieed now? Because I was the first man. Hey. Nobody talk about these things, you know. That's why we say real talk, let's deal with the real issues, you know. The real issues, you know. And I saw all over social media, from the time we did that show last week, all over social media they're talking about it. Now this is something to talk about. This is something to talk about now. You're paying 3% of the annual rental value, and then Imbud goes on to say now you're paying the first deduction of 10% of the annual rental value. Which is it are we really paying? 3% or 10%? That'll come good, you know. Come good, Trinidad and Tobago. Come damn good. In both ball and BIR didn't send that document. How the hell the man gets it? It come in the mail. I'll talk to man, I'll talk to man. Now he goes on to say now that last week, he goes on to say now that the notice of valuation, the Board of Inland Revenue will soon issue notice of property tax. But who posted those documents outside? Who sent those documents to people's houses? Who sent it? You come out and you make a full statement after the 3% of the annual rental value. We understand that from the beginning. Now, after I talk about that last week, Imbud come out to say now, after the first deduction of 10% from the annual rental value. What the hell? What the hell, Imbud? Are we done see here in Trinidad and Tobago? Nobody never know about the first deduction of 10% of the annual rental value. Will you talk now? All those persons who say inside you're bashing, you're this, you're that, you're the next. You ain't know how much money you're paying in property tax now after tonight. After tonight, you even know. Saieed, you're stupid. I extended Real Talk Finance and Investment in Ghana, but I stupid. Find out how much you're paying. Find out how much you're paying. Call her good night.
Yes, sir. Good night.
Go right ahead. But, hey, what do you think about this bacchanal now? Tell me.
Yeah, well, Saieed, to be honest with you, right? I'm not going against you saying, but telling you a fact, yeah? Last week when you come out and you see that,
Remember, I tell you 3% of the annual rental value, right? And I went on the valuation website last week when I come up before you. And all the information I call member talking about was on the website. So the man have a point. I had a jacket, the man, everything was on the website. They say 10% deduction from the annual rental value, and then 3% from that is where you pay.
No, I understand what you're saying. Let me tell you something.
Too much money aside because I the highest in the world we will not pay here. Everybody paying 0.5% and all kind of thing. We will not pay 3%. People need to understand that. But what I want to figure out, right, is that people complaining now about the cost they get in, right? But they didn't think about this when they go and lining up in hot sun with valuation form to go in the office to submit the form.
That is why I'm busting it now.
They didn't study in that time.
No, they didn't study in that.
When you go on your lineup there, and the man tell you when they reach a threshold of 50%, it's going to become low. All they didn't realize.
They did not.
Is that the more they line up in the hot sun like idiots, they're sending the form. Is the more money all they got to pay at the end of the day. People don't understand.
My friend, you now understand why I'm making it public?
So they know, people now get to realize what I was saying. So what people was going through, people had at that point in time when they was lined up in the hot sun. I can remember in Charlieville, the valuation office real close to Monroe flyover, and people all up on the flyover lined up waiting to go in the office to submit their form. I can remember that. So people didn't understand what was going on. But I wanna touch on something before I go to side. I'm watching this developing thing that's taking place in the country right now with these Venezuelan nationals come to Trinidad illegally, and they win a case and they get $2.5 million.
Yes.
So the state unlawfully detained them.
Yes.
What's that madness going on in this country here? Where we have money given away in this country here.
It's only in real talk. It's getting real things that happen in Trinidad.
I'm trying to wrap my head around this thing. That people suffer in Trinidad, they suffer in Venezuela, coming here and winning case for $2.5 million. Why we just start jokers in this country, where this country is not a real place, you know. Anyway, you enjoy your night time.
Thank you, my friend. So you see, people, you see, this is why we touching on it. This is why I hitting it hard. This is why I hitting it hard to wake up all year. When I was telling you about this from the beginning, oh God, Saeed, you have to go and pay it. Just imagine, if you were go and pay that, if you were submit your form, you're going to court. And you have to pay 5,000 penalty for not submitting a form. Let me tell you something. From the day they brought out this thing, I told you all, they had to put me in court. Look, I'm still waiting for a letter to go to court. I'm still waiting for somebody to say, you have submitted your form, you know you have to go to court, come and hold me. Come and hold me. Caller, good night.
Good night, Mr. Saeed.
Go right ahead.
I'm calling from California.
Welcome, my friend.
I want Tobago to know, and all the people, why is it we have to pay property tax and call him Imbert, who buys Tin City Mall for 300
They men pay no taxes.
They pay no tax. Why? Let me tell you something. I'm making sure that whole of California, Dublin, Esperanza, nobody is going to pay the tax. And if it comes to that, Gandhiji say, Mahatma Gandhi say, when good talk fails, something steps in. I hope we don't have to reach there.
Correct.
This is bread and butter. Thank you very much.
Thank you, my friend. All you understand where it go? All you understand where I'm coming from? All you understand where I'm coming from? I hope all you understand, you know. 2% is use property tax, and I want illegal immigrants. You come in illegally, they hold you, and you get big money. I wonder if I go to Dubai without a visa, if I'll get some big money, boy. I wonder if I go to Venezuela and leave my passport in Trinidad, what them Guadio nationals go do, man? I wonder what they go do, man. Thanks to the magistrate that sent a signal to Venezuela, Colombia, Brazil, the countries around Trinidad and Tobago to enter illegally. Thank you so much. You have done illegal immigrants, or I won't say illegal immigrants. You have done persons of other country. You have given them a welcome note to come to Trinidad. That's what you did. That's what you did. So that's why I asked the question tonight. If it is that this were being done just to facilitate a proper thank you, we ain't going to charge your people, we are going to reward them with a little money to go back to homeland. After today, you see this? You see this? It's going to make headline. It's going to make headline. That's why I touch on these two important topics. And let me tell you, a whole hour we're talking about it. A whole hour. Where you get these kind of things? In any other station? No, they can't compete with us. You know why? We are #1 in current affairs program because we deal with the pressing issues of our country. Let me tell you something. I have a full script, you know. But it's just these two topics I wanted to touch on tonight because I wanted to open the eyes of those who bash Saieed Ali. It's all your eyes I wanted to open. So what I should tell all you now? It have the haters, you know. You feel me, you know that? But I don't give a crap. I don't give a crap. When you're driving your car and you go down in a hole and you bend your tire, or you bend your rim, or your ball joint fall out, and what you call a illegal immigrant and ask them for a little change from the free money they get. Foolish clowns. Ila anta kimari zirabaura antokora malaleena la alia. You do not open your eyes as a Trinidadian. And you do not open your ears as a Trinidadian. And you do not speak as a Trinidadian. Ila anta kila zurra amba ulai. And somebody else will walk right over you. And you will remain ila am sabrauna kadalia. You will remain a doormat for other people to trample on. So I just come here and I just talk without fear. I just talk brave. I just demand. It's when I talk about property tax. It caught the attention of him, but it caught his attention. You know, we label him as a mischief maker. As a mischief maker. Let me tell you something, Trinidad and Tobago. I hit the hammer on the nail head on the correct time. On the correct time. Come 2024, 50% increase on your light bill. By March month, you might be paying the next 50% increase on your water bill. Well, let's talk now. Talk now. Come 2024, it's property tax. Well, let's talk now. Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. You see, gas station owners dress now. And supermarket owners just now. You see, when you hear all go in these places, prepare to dig deeper in your pocket. Because when you see the price of a block of cheese in the grocery, you're going to say cheese is Mr. Cheese. You're going to say cheese is Central Bank. Me, go in there. Because you don't have the money to buy cheese. That's it. So viewers, news is go so nice when I give it to all, yeah? But we are out of time for tonight. But nevertheless, we're going to try to continue this on our next night. So those of you who are friends and family and want to know about Real Talk, tune in to us Monday to Friday from 7 to 8 p.m. Until we meet again, good night.